All right. So, as you can see, I decided on our objectives, okay, I decided that we were going to change one because when we write the formula of the products, okay, when we write the formula of the products, we have to be able to predict the reaction. Okay, so we're going to include that all in the same. So, looking at our ICANs and our objectives, predict the type of reaction. That's going to be worth 2 points. Formulas for the reactants going to be 2 points. I can write the formulas of the product. That's going to be 2 points. And I can balance a chemical equation. That's going to be 2 points. So we just basically took 2 points off of it because there was a little bit of a redundancy to that. So here I switched that up. So, 4 out of the 8's 50%. That's not a good score. 6 out of the 8 is a 75, so that's going to be a C. 8 out of the 8, what we're shooting for, is going to get us an A. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to score these, okay? We're actually going to score these, so you're going to score this like it was a test, and you are grading your own test. Let's go ahead and take out our activity series, our reaction prediction packet. Let's take out our periodic table if we might need that. So grab those couple of things. As I am looking at my first problem here, as I told Aiden a little bit earlier, I put this one on here so everyone would miss it. Okay, I doubt anybody got this one right. I might end up changing this, but we're just going to go through and grade it. Okay, we're going to go through and grade it. Now, you should be able to get what type of a reaction this is. Okay, I look at this and I know since I only have one reactant, that it's going to be a decomposition. I just have to figure out which decomposition reaction it is. Okay? What do you think? A decomposition number 5, I would agree with that. A decomposition number 5, and that is an oxyacid heated will give us a nonmetal oxide and water. Now, right there was 2 points. I predicted the reaction. So did you get the 2 points there? Did you get the 2 points there? All right. Now, my next one. I need to be able to write my reactants. Well, I can see the first one is an acid. So IC, 1 or 3. What acid rule am I dealing with? Acid rule number 3. So phosphate. I have an H. And I have phosphate. Well, phosphate is a 3-, so I'm going to need 3 H's to even those charges out. So H3PO4. I put the triangle above my yield sign to signify that I have to heat this for it to decompose. Now, here is the part that's a little bit tougher. I know that one of my products is water. I guess I should go back. Did I get my 2 points for my reactant? Did you have the right formula for your reactant? Okay? If you did, great. If not, circle it. Okay? So, I have my reactant. I know one of my products is water. The problem is finding out what my other product is. Well, if you remember way back when, I told you to do these, we just simply subtract a water. So if you did this and have HPO3, I understand why you did that. That makes a lot of sense to me because that's the way we would think that this would happen based on how I told you. Okay? That's actually not what's going to happen. Because when this one occurs, we're going to need an even amount of hydrogens. So when we take our hydrogens, it ends up doubling everything. So I have more of like this, H6P2O7. Now, how would I expect you to know that? I wouldn't. Okay? You wouldn't have this difficult of an equation on a test or a quiz. Okay? But if I would have given you that and said, okay, now what is that other product going to be? Well, if I subtract water out of this, what am I going to get? I'm going to get a H4, I'm going to get a P2, and I'm going to get an O. Actually, this is wrong. That O shouldn't be a 7, that O should be an 8. So I'm going to get an O7. So my product will be H4P2O7, and I'm going to need 2 of those to balance this. So let me get this out of here because I'm going to need this area for my next problem. Okay? So when I do this, did you get your products correct? So +2. Did you get the balanced correct? So balance +2. So what I want you to do, off to the left of your problem, write how many points you got out of 8. Okay, for that particular problem, write how many points that you got out of 8. Now, these other ones are not like that one. I expect you to be able to do these other ones. We're still going to score it like, we'll continue on here after break. Now, looking at this second one, calcium oxide is reacted with cold water. Okay? Let's go through and look at these. What would you start with? You're going to start with telling the reaction type. Okay? What type of reaction do we think this is? An S number 3. Okay? So S number 3. Did you get, not a 2, an S number 3. So that right there would be worth 2 points on our scoring system. Now, I'm going to go ahead and write my my reactants. Calcium oxide is reacted with cold water. Now, when I do this particular synthesis reaction, okay, I need to look and I need to make sure. Actually, I do not. Okay, I do not need to do that. I was thinking about the single replacement one. So I have an active metal oxide. I need to make sure that my active metal oxide is a group 1 or a group 2. Does that fit the case here? Absolutely. Calcium is an alkali earth metal. That's a group 2 metal. So I do have the necessary components in my reactants. So, and I have them correctly written. So there's a +2 points. Now, when I look at my reaction prediction sheet, an active metal oxide plus water will give me a metal hydroxide. My metal is calcium. Hydroxide is OH, and it's -1. Calcium's +2. So I'm going to need 2 hydroxides to balance out my charge of calcium. So when I do so, I have now correctly done the products and predicted the reaction. So there's 2 points. Am I balanced? Yeah, it balanced itself. So you got 2 points for that. Okay, you get 2 points for that. So how many did you score out of 8 there? Put that over to the left. My third problem. Potassium sulfide reacts with iron 2 nitrate. Start out just like our other objectives did. Okay, I start out with our first objective, and that is, what type of a reaction is this? It's a double replacement reaction, okay? And it's the double replacement reaction of two aqueous salts, which is double replacement number 1. Now, we're going to need to use our activity series, so get that thing handy, okay? Actually, the back of it, the solubility chart. We're going to need the solubility chart, so get it handy. Did you get your 2 points for predicting the right type of equation? Second part, once again, K2S, potassium sulfide, reacts with iron 2 nitrate. Did you have the correct formulas? Did you have the correct formulas? Plus 2. Second part, I can write the formulas of the reactants. Third objective, I can write the formulas of the product. Well, we have to go through and we have to predict this reaction. So, as I'm doing so, I know out of my double replacement reaction, number 1, I swap my cations. So, I'm going to get KNO3 and I'm going to get iron sulfide. Iron 2 sulfide specifically. Did you write the correct products? Now, here's the key point with my products. And there's a potential for you to lose a point on this. What do I need to know with the products of a double replacement number 1? Aiden? Okay, I need to have an aqueous one, and I need to have one that's a precipitate, that's a solid. So I have to signal which is which. So when I look at my when I look at my solubility chart, I should find that potassium nitrate is aqueous. It is soluble in water, so it would dissolve. And I should find that FeS is a solid. I could put it like that, a down arrow. I could put a parentheses S for solid. Either one. Now, if you don't do that, it will be minus a point. So if you didn't signal which one was aqueous and which one was a solid, take off 1 point on your products. No, it's still only 2 points. It's still only 8. Okay, but one of those 2 points is making sure you have those. Now, final thing is balancing. Do I have this balanced? I don't think so. So I have to go through and balance this. So I'm going to need to put a 2 right there. And if I put that 2 right there, I believe that that balances my equation. So is it balanced? Yes, it is. Give yourself 2 points. Now, the final one here. The final one here, bromine. Bromine reacts with sodium chloride. Now, I'm telling you right now, when I see that right there, bromine by itself, okay, there should be a little spidey senses tingling in my head saying, this is a special one. This is a special one. This is a special type of what reaction? Single replacement, specifically, single replacement number 4. Okay? So this is a single replacement number 4. It is a special type. Why is it a special type? What is bromine? What type of an element is bromine? What group is it in? It's the halogens, right? It's the halogens. So I know that I have a special one the replacement of a halogen by a more active halogen. So I'm going to take bromine. Well, first of all, did I get my 2 points for reaction prediction number 4? Okay. I'm going to take bromine. What do I know about bromine? It's diatomic. It's a super 7. So I have to have that 2 there. Bromine's going to react with NaCl. Did you get your reactants right? If you did, you get 2 points. Now, here is a problem, and I didn't look at your paper. Yeah, Kaylee? Did you have Br2? Did you have NaCl? Did you have NaCl? Is the formula right? Then it's okay. Okay, we'll get to the balancing part later. Okay? If you had NaCl plus Br2, that's good for the first part, for that objective. Did I write the formula of the reactants correct? Okay? Now, when I looked at the entrance slips of my other class, a lot of them tried to take bromine and replace sodium with bromine, and they had BrCl. I specifically told you you were going to try to do this. Okay? What is bromine going to try to replace? Chlorine. It's going to try to replace the other halogen. So, that bromine here, he's going to try to replace chlorine. Now, if you remember right, there's a special little box. Okay? There's a special little box on your activity series, isn't there? On that special little box, what is it? What does it say? Will bromine replace chlorine? Is bromine higher? No. Bromine's lower than chlorine, so this is not going to happen. This is an NR. So you get 2 points for saying an NR, and guess what? If you did it right, you're going to get a free 2 points because you don't need to balance it. It's not a reaction. Okay? It's not a reaction. So, how many out of 8 did you get there? Go ahead and score it off to the side. Add them all up. And up at the top, put a score on this. Okay? It's going to be out of 32. So put how many points you got out of 32. Now, this is a formative assessment. Like I said, you're not going to get a score for this. This is for you to self-evaluate. Where are you struggling? What part of this can you not do as well as you need to? Did you get the 8 for the A? Did you only get 6 for the C? Did you get 4 for the F? Okay? That's what you need to be able to tell, and you need to assess what you are doing wrong and be able to help correct that. Okay?